sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the New England Patriots, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from Foxborough. Here's Darius Davis to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers led out by Justin Herbert in his 5th season now, Greg, as the Charger QB, a guy we saw win the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. First-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position. He needs to take that next step from being a legitimate, bona fide franchise quarterback to a superstar in the NFL.
Throwing to get going, it's Herbert. Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
Mike, you said it. You mentioned just how loud it was, the energy in this building leading up to the opening kickoff, and with a sack like that on the first play of the game, this crowd's only going to get louder, and, man, we can feel it all the way up here in the booth.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Herbert to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. He gets this one complete to Johnston. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now the former Raven, it's Gus Edwards. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Now a screen set up for Edwards. And it looks like he's going to have the 1st down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
First down, Los Angeles.
So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Shotgun now for Herbert. That'll be taken in by Edwards. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Throwing now is Herbert. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Herbert. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Patriots have a rookie quarterback. It is Drake May. Long past the Tom Brady era, it is May who is now the guy in Foxborough. Out of North Carolina, Greg, the 3rd pick in this past year's draft.
From a talent standpoint, Drake May has every physical quality that you're looking for to play modern-day NFL quarterback. He can, of course, make all the throws. He's big, strong, and he is a very good athlete. He just needs some time. He needs to sit back and wait for his opportunity to play. Looks like that day is today, and I think if he goes out and plays to that potential, this is the first step of him becoming a legitimate NFL franchise quarterback.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. From out of the gun, here's May. The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line. Khalil Mack, 3-time All-Pro, in there to bag another one.
So you spend all week, Mike, working on what they call the opening script. It's the plays that you love the most and you want to get called early. The problem? None of those plays account for being called inside your own 5-yard line. But that's exactly where they find themselves after that sack, and that's a disastrous start.
Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Foxborough after this. On fourth down, Bryce Beringer out to punt for New England. Back deep is Darius Davis. That'll be returnable from the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chargers offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Now Herbert. Backs to his tight end, the former Seahawk, Will Dissly. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Herbert. This one complete to Palmer. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now Herbert. He connects with Dissly. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up manageable 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Herbert to the air again. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to...
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Herbert. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Now it's Herbert. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Final moments of this first half, kicking with the lead now, as this one is in the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw now, May. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half. So just a lone field goal accounting for the scoring in the first half. 3-0 is our score. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Just one score, one lone field goal. All these two teams could muster in half number one. What awaits us here in the second half? Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Patriots offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The offense is a little slow to start percolating. 3-0 the score as they begin this drive with a 1st and 10. The motion man here is Bourne. Now the man side from Washington, it's Antonio Gibson. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. Open man, Demario Douglas. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
This has the makings of a really good young tandem in New England. I mean, May, the rookie quarterback, 1st-round pick. Douglas only in his 2nd year, Mike. So the Patriots' hopes are high that these two can not only grow together, they can continue to fit in some pieces around them and really try to improve this offense.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll give this to Stevenson, running right. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Boutte. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground. work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. The motion man here is Bourne. May to throw on 2nd down. He'll find his man, that's Kendrick Bourne. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Finally seems that this offense has found their rhythm after what's been a really slow first 2 quarters. They're hopeful that this series can be the spark. They continue to be efficient in the passing game and go finish this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's May. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a first down. A carry now for Gibson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That'll be complete to Gibson. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Mike, I love studying the NFL and just seeing the amount of ways NFL coordinators are able to get their running backs now involved in the passing game. They're kind of chess pieces. They can move them out in the slot. They can put them out wide, of course, out of the backfield. It's a big part of today's modern NFL.
This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Here's May. That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Kendrick Bourne. Touchdown, New England. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Slides extra point, up and good. And the Pats move out to a 7-3 lead. With the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Davis now to return it, and it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense about ready to take over once more. Trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That one complete to Johnston. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Shotgun now for Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. He runs with it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they come up for 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. The open man is Johnston. He's got it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Moving the tight end right. They'll run here with Edwards. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's hauled in at the 2. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. To return, it's Antonio Gibson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. He's going to run it. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. It's a gain of 34.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. The defense could not bring him down. It's a catch and run of 22 yards. All 3 timeouts left. How much that's going to matter remains to be seen. Here comes 1st and 10. To throw is May. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward. Got 8 yards and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Stevenson. And now the timeout is called, so 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to force overtime. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This one he's gotta have. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He'll air one out for Palmer. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So here is Cameron Dicker. Dicker, the kicker, in a big spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.